Good afternoon, sports fans, and welcome to Northern Burlington County Regional High School. I'm Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting students Mr. Kyle Forsini and Mr. Decker Morrow. We are here live at the farm as the Northern Burlington Lady Greyhounds take on the Willingboro Chimeras in a great local matchup. How you guys doing today?
Doing great, Mr. Dowd. Glad to be back here with you and Decker for our second basketball game this year, and hopefully the girls can get a W tonight.
Yeah, we're very excited about being back for another game, and hopefully Northern get another win, and we can get a win in your, 48th game?
Yeah, this is our first game of 2018. We did a game, as you stated, Kyle, previously this past December. That was the boys basketball team, and they were victorious over the Palmyra Panthers. And we're hoping, to have some good luck here today as our girls come into this game led by head coach Mr. Colin Hugo. He's in his second year as the varsity head coach, and he's had some assistant coaching experience as well. And he's joined by assistant coach Miss Molly Napolitano, who is helping lead the Lady Hounds here in this game.
Yeah, the Hounds are off to a quick start here, already up 2-0, and looks like that was Alexa Blue there in the corner going to put up a shot. But as I said, the Hounds are up 2-0, and they've got the ball back on offense now, so a fast start for them, and they're going to look to try and get a jump on this team from Willingboro real fast.
Yeah, it's always important to have a good start to get out early. It looks like Willingboro is going to have a little bit of a break, a nice inbounds pass, and that's not going to drop. That's going to go out of bounds. Northern's going to get the ball back.
The Lady Hounds come into this game 4-3 on the season. They defeated Delran in their home opener. They've defeated Palmyra, Hamilton West, and Burlington Township, and they are currently 1-1 at home. They won against Burlington Township to get their first win in their last game. So they certainly have the home court advantage here, and they're looking to improve on last season where they struggled. They were rebuilding, and they were 6-21 last season. So the fact that the team is already 4-3 and highly competitive shows a lot about the team, the girls, and the coaching staff getting these girls pumped up for this one.
And Mr. Dowd, it kind of seems like this has been a trend the entire year where, teams that haven't really succeeded in years past have done extremely well this year. It's been, so far, a very successful sports season. That's a great rebound there by Rachel Quigley as she grabs the board from Haley Archer's shot. But as I was saying, every sports team that we've done this year, we've done a lot of wins. We've called a lot of games where they've won. And as I was saying, this has been a very successful sports season, both in the fall and so far in the beginning here in the winter. So we're going to look for that to continue.
Yeah, pretty much every sport's gone 500 or better so far this year. That's going to be a hard recovery by Willingboro. It looks like they have a player down, and that ball's going to go out of bounds anyway. Hopefully she's okay.
Now, the Greyhounds have, as I stated, a pretty successful season. Decker, why don't you tell us a little bit about their scoring this season?
Yeah, they've been scoring about 37 points a game, and they've only been giving up 39. And one of those games, and remember that they've only played 7 so far this season, and one of those games they gave up 81 points to Trenton Catholic. So that is going to drastically increase their average. So they're really looking at like 33 points given up per game, which is pretty good defensively on the season so far.
And this is a predominantly young team as well. Most of these girls were freshmen last year, and now as they continue to grow and develop and build rapport with each other, they're highly competitive this year, and who knows, maybe they can make the state tournament, make some noise, and continue to grow. As I said, last year they struggled a little bit with their record, but this is a team that's already above 500, and they're looking to get their 6th win within the next week or so. So Hounds currently in the lead, 2-0. 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter in this great local matchup.
And the Lady Hounds certainly have another winnable game coming after this. They play, I believe, Burlington City. So if they could get a win here against Willingboro, they know that they have a potential to go to 6-3 and match their win total that they got all of last year. When you had alluded to, Mr. Dowd, they went 6-21. So definitely want to get a W here today and just keep trying to build off that. This is what these girls have been doing all season. It looks like that's going to be a foul there on Willingboro, and the Hounds are going to inbound the ball.
And that game versus Burlington City is actually tomorrow, Kyle. It is at 5:15 p.m. We'd love for our family, friends, community members to come out here and support our Lady Greyhounds, who are doing a great job so far, currently in the lead 2-0 early in the first quarter.
What's really fun and exciting about this team is that they're all young. I think this is mostly the class of 2020 that starts on the court for Northern. So we know, just watching this game, that they're just going to keep getting better and better for the next few years, as Northern's looking to pick up from where they left off at the end of the season and just continue to get better. That's going to be a tie up there, and I think Northern's claiming they got it.
You're definitely right there, though. You know, we had said, for this is the third time saying this, that the team went 6-21 last year, but they were all basically freshmen starting last year on the team. So definitely some growing pains in their first year, and you can already tell that in their second year together, they're already above 500, and they certainly look like they're peaking at the right time. And like you said, Decker, they've still got about 2 more years left together. So this is mostly the class of 2020. So this girls' basketball team is looking good for the next few years.
And they've got a really talented group. You know, it's not just a one-player team. Certainly they have some scorers on the team, but they also have some really good defenders as well. Haley Archer averages 10 rebounds a game and 3 blocks a game. She actually had a season-high 14 rebounds and 6 blocks earlier in the year. Rachel Quigley, the point guard, who was named Burlington County Freshman Player of the Year last year, she averages 8.5 points a game, 2 steals, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, so she's really a really good, well-rounded player. Brianna Sorrento averages 12 points per game. She had a season-high 22 earlier in the year. And Alexa Blue averages 5 points, 8 rebounds, and she had a season-high of 14, and another game with she had 13 rebounds. So, you know, it's really a multifaceted attack here for the Greyhounds. So it's not just a one-person team.
And it's really kind of been a slow start to this game. You know, still 2-0 here, as almost there's about 3.5 minutes, you know, ticked off here in the first quarter. So not a lot of scoring, but the Hounds do have the lead, which is something you like to see. So Rachel Quigley gets open there and is going to try and pass it back out. Looks like that might be a turnover there by the Hounds, as Willingboro is going to be able to come up with it. But definitely been some good defense here in the first 4 minutes of this game by the Hounds. And right, it's a good board there by Haley Archer, able to go up and grab that in the paint, get a rebound there for the Hounds. As good defense again on that possession.
Yeah, really, it's been Alexa Blue's shot from about the free throw line that has put the Hounds on the board, and we've got a real nail-biter here in the first quarter. Alexa Blue's coming off a big game last game when Northern defeated Burlington Township. She had 14 points in that game, and she was helped out by Brianna Sorrento, who had 13 last game, Quigley with 7, and Archer with 5. So still 2-0, about halfway done here in the first quarter. Willingboro is looking to inbound the ball here and hopefully try to tie this one up.
I think they might have called a travel on that last play, as Willingboro's looking to shoot another shot that just didn't even really come close that time. Northern with a nice rebound and good defensive play, looking to make something on their own side of the court. But we've seen Northern's look pretty good defensively, and that's going to be a big 3 that they just hit to go up 5-0 early in this one.
And it looks like Willingboro called a timeout there. Try to kill some of the momentum the Greyhounds had there. Now, Willingboro's coming into this game. They are 2-3. They defeated St. Joe's and Pemberton. They're 1-1 on the road. They score about 52 points per game, and they've actually had 3 games where they scored over 60, and they give up about 46 points per game. And they're led by Miss Jasmine Fitzpatrick, who has 30 field goals on the year, including 7 3-pointers, and she averages about 25 points per game. So that's somebody that the Hounds certainly have to do their best to contain this game. They want to pull off a big win.
Yeah, Mr. Dowd, these two teams kind of do opposites here. As you know, Northern doesn't score a lot, but they play great defense, and Willingboro scores a lot, but they also don't play great defense. Their points per game are up, but they also give up a decent amount of points per game. So far in this first quarter, it's been playing to Northern's strength. They've only put up 5, but they've given up 0. So a great defensive effort here by the Hounds, and so far it's been all Northern in this game.
It's going to be another big steal for Northern. Looking to hit a layup, but I think she was fouled on the way up, and she missed the shot anyway, but she's going to go to the line. And even more, Kyle, as you had said, these two teams are very different. We've seen that Northern's an all-around team, but everybody's able to do something, and Willingboro's really got one star that you need to watch out for, who's putting up 25 points a game. So Northern's a little harder to defend as a team, but if you get that one player going, Willingboro can be dangerous too. That's going to be another missed free throw for Northern to start this one.
Yeah, Decker, and I know Rachel Quigley's been working on these free throws, and She would have liked to have seen that first one go in here, but could still make the second one here to make Northern go up 6-0.
And that one's just off the mark, but a great rebound there by Haley Archer. She's been all over the boards in this first quarter here. Now, Willingboro also gets contributions from players like Taisha Griffin and Ashley Carmichael. Probably looking to get those girls involved early. That was a great play there by Northern. Must have drew that one up there on a timeout there. Coach Hugo, great play. And Northern's now up 7-0 with just under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. So tremendous backdoor cut there and easy layup for the Greyhounds.
And a poor pass there by Willingboro. It's going to hit off the back of the Northern defender, and it's going to be a turnover by them. But the Hounds will get the ball back with Quigley up top. They'll look to try and draw something up here to try and extend their lead once again, as Haley Archer is going to shoot from about the free throw line, and that one's just off the mark. A good defensive rebound there by Willingboro.
Yeah, if you're Willingboro, you had to come into this game knowing that Northern's defense is just one of the best there is so far this season, and you can't really capitalize by turning the ball over and making sloppy mistakes like they have. And that's a great pass, and Northern's not going to be able to capitalize on it. It's going to be a tie-up again.
Now, you can follow Northern Girls Basketball on Twitter at NBC_girls_b-ball, and you can follow all Northern sports on Twitter at NBC_athletics, and that's run by our athletic director, Dr. Dan Uzak. He does a great job keeping everybody plugged in here to all things Northern sports. And it looks like we're going to get a change in possession here. Perhaps inbound here with just under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter in this great, exciting matchup. And again, for those just tuning in, I am Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting students Mr. Kyle Forsini, Mr. Decker Morrow. We are here live at the farm. It is Thursday, January 11th, as the Northern Burlington Lady Greyhounds take on the Willingboro Chimeras in a great local matchup.
Looks like Willingboro's going to get their first points up on the board of the match to go down by 5 now. Northern's still holding on to a pretty steady lead, playing their game and playing solid defense to open this one up. And Northern's going to come back with 2 points of their own to go back up 9-2.
So a good response there by the Hounds, answering Willingboro's first bucket of the game. A good rebound there by Alexa Blue is going to give the Hounds another offensive possession. Seems like they've been on offense a lot here in this first quarter. The Hounds are trying to get some good ball moving around, but that's going to be a turnover there by the Hounds. Might have tipped. Nope, that's going to be Willingboro ball there. Didn't tip off of anybody's hands. And with a minute and 10 seconds left in this first quarter, the Hounds still up 9-2.
So Willingboro's looking to put a few points up on the board. That's going to be a bad shot, and Northern's going to get the rebound again. Northern's defense has held strong in this game, only giving up 2 in 7 minutes already. Gonna chuck it up from almost the three-point line and miss that as well. And it looks like Willingboro's gonna be on the fast break and travel, turning it over again. That's Willingboro's 5th turnover already.
Great defensive play there by the Greyhounds, and all of them been contributing here offensively as well in the first quarter. So you like to see that as the first quarter is winding down here now with about 35 seconds left to play here. Northern currently cruising in this one 9-2, but certainly plenty of game left to play. Great rebound and putback there by Haley Archer, putting the Hounds back up 11-2. And Willingboro's got to be a little discouraged so far in the first quarter, but certainly as we have seen, and we saw in our game that we did with the boys, they were down big in the first quarter. They came back to rally and win that game. So here with about 10 seconds left to play here in the first quarter, Willingboro's going to look to try to get back on the scoreboard here, try to close the gap before the end of the quarter.
And as good a defense as Northern has played so far in this game, Willingboro has had some, decent shots in the paint. They've driven the ball into the paint, and Northern has kind of collapsed in there and not given Willingboro a lot of breathing room, but they've put up shots where they could have easily made them, and they just haven't converted so far in this game. And on the contrary, Northern really has, as Haley Archer just misses that shot, and the quarter's going to wind down. So only 4 points to be put up there by Willingboro in that first quarter. Not typical of them, but the Hounds with a 7-point lead here, definitely what you want to see as this quarter is just getting underway.
Looks like we have a little trouble with the game clock, and certainly hope we can get that worked out. But there was a lot of good play there in the first quarter by the Greyhounds. Alexa Blue had 2 points, 2 rebounds. Haley Archer had 5 rebounds in the first quarter. She also had a block and 2 points. And Brooke Hart had 4 points, a rebound, and a steal. So really all-around great play from the Greyhounds. You like to see that spreading the offense a little bit. And that three-pointer is going to go just off the mark. But whenever you get a good open look like that, you got to take it. Greyhounds currently in the lead, 11-4.
Yeah, so far, Mr. Dowd, like you said, the Hounds have had a great game on the defensive side of the ball. They're not letting Willingboro get any offensive rebounds. Every time Willingboro puts up a shot and they miss, Northern gets the rebound.
Yeah, getting a little greedy going for another steal. Northern fouls on that last play. But the biggest key for this game is I think Northern just had so many more possessions on offense because Willingboro, and been able to get up so many more shots because Willingboro keeps turning the ball over. The turnovers have been, I think, 5-1 in Northern's favor. That's going to be another block for Northern, and they're going to call that a tie-up as well.
Looked like Alexa Blue there with that great block. And as we stated, Northern was on an 11-4 run there in the first quarter and certainly not giving Willingboro any breathing room to try to get back into this one. And that one's going to be, looks like a charge there, offensive foul on Willingboro, and Northern's going to inbound the ball.
And that's kind of what I was talking about before. I mean, that's the first charge that was called on Willingboro, but it was another example of them getting the ball into the paint and putting up a shot, but just not being able to convert on them. And in this case, they get a charge called on them, so the Hounds are going to take the ball back, and Alexa Blue is going to give the pass there to Quigley up top, and the Hounds are going to look to try and set something up. Looked like Quigley was going to try and take it to the hoop there, but kicked it out at the last second, and the Hounds are going to try and reset their offense.
That's going to be a nice pass going up for the three, and she's going to make it. Northern's going to be up by 10 here early in the second quarter. Now it's time for Northern to get back to what they've done well all game and play smart defense, trying to keep Willingboro from putting up any more points. And there's going to be almost a steal, but Willingboro's going to go right back at it. A charge again. I guess they called that one another charge, but that's 2 charges in a row. That make that 7 turnovers for the Willingboro offense already.
Yeah, if you're Willingboro right now, you can't be happy with your play so far. You're a team that normally averages about 50-some points per game, and you only put up 4 so far in the first quarter and 2 minutes here into the second quarter. And like you had alluded to, Decker, 7 turnovers. So this is definitely uncharacteristic of them. But like you said, Mr. Dodd, before, the boys a couple of games ago, they were kind of down in the same situation, and they were able to claw out of it. So if you're the Hounds, you got to try and keep your foot on the gas pedal here and not allow Willingboro any more breathing room and just keep distancing yourself.
Yeah, and that game we did with the boys team was back on December 18th. That was actually the last game we did before the break. Great ball movement there by the Greyhounds. And in that one, Josh Jackson had a huge game, 23 points. Sam Urban had 15 to get a big win for our boys versus Palmyra. But, they were down 10 in the first quarter, and they rallied back in that one. And it looks like, Willingboro certainly has their work cut out for them. But, both these teams really want to win. Northern certainly looking to, improve on last season, and Willingboro with a win here today would get back to 500. Now, Northern was ranked 7th in a recent NJ.com poll. Burlington County scholastically, they were behind local teams like RV, Trenton Catholic, Cinnaminson, Holy Cross, Morristown, and BCIT. So they certainly have their work cut out for them this season. But if they can keep playing this defense, they can certainly contend for a division title and hopefully make a state playoff appearance.
One pretty big note from this game is we keep talking about how Northern is the young team and how they're built up of a lot of sophomores currently. That's going to be another 3 attempts. That one's going to be just off the mark, but you can't blame her for trying. But Northern's really looked like the veteran team out here today so far, as they've been playing smart with the ball on offense and smart off the ball on defense, making plays happen on both ends of the court.
Yeah, like you said, a young team grade-wise, but these girls have played together for almost 2 years now, so they know each other well and they know what to expect. As Haley Archer pulls up from just about the free throw line and is unable to connect, so that's going to be a Willingboro ball. 5 minutes and 15 seconds left here in this first half, and a 10-point lead here for the Hounds.
And as we stated, the Greyhounds have been doing a great job collectively, defensively, and offensively. I know the coaching staff's got to love to see all the girls contributing. It looks like we're going to get a travel call there on Willingboro, and Northern's going to get possession back. So just about 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Great local matchup. Again, for those just tuning in, I'm Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting students Mr. Kyle Forstini, Mr. Decamaro. We are here live at the farm. It is Thursday, January 11th, 2018, as the Northern Burlington Lady Greyhounds take on the Willingboro Chimeras in a great local matchup. And it looked like they were looking for Haley Archer underneath there, and that one was going to get broken up. But Northern's looking to inbound the play. And Rachel Quigley looking to set something up here.
And Willingboro's really been unable to get out of their own way. They've gotten the ball on offense and had decent looks, but penalties have really killed them so far in this half, as Alexa Blue's going to put up a jumper. That one's going to connect. Northern's going to take their largest lead of the game here, up 12, 16-4 here over Willingboro. So the Hounds still trying to play great defense, looking like they're trying to trap Willingboro there, and they're going to get a turnover. Looks like that ball's going to go out off of Rachel Quigley, but good effort there by the Hounds. Looked like they might have had a turnover there, but just unable to keep it going. So Willingboro will inbound the ball, and they're going to look to try and get some sort of offense going so far. They haven't connected on nearly anything, and they got to be stunned right now.
Well, that's going to be a really nice hook shot by Willingboro to go down by 10. But that's going to be a big momentum shot for them, as it was, never mind, make that a 12-point lead again for Northern. Now teams are starting to make shots on both ends of the court.
Yeah, the Hounds have kind of answered every time Willingboro's been able to put up a shot and make it, and it looks like Willingboro unable to make a shot there, but looks like there might have been a foul on that play.
Now you can follow this game on Northern TV. Certainly you can follow us on Twitter at Northern_TV. You can check us out on Comcast Channel 19, Verizon Channel 42. We're also streaming on the web. We have a YouTube channel where you can find all of our awesome programming, and you can check out our app, Northern TV app at appcatch.com to check out all things Northern. You can email us at northerntv@nburlington.com for any information you want on DVD sales, programming information, sponsorship opportunities, and much more. And we certainly had our hands full, guys, with the fall season. We recorded 7 fall sports, and this is our second game here of the winter season, our first of 2018, and we're looking to just continue the proud tradition of Northern athletics and provide our community members, our students, our staff with excellent programming here. So, just under 4 minutes to play in the second quarter. Northern cruising in this one, 20-7. What are some of the things that stood out to you so far, Kyle?
Well, so far, Mr. Dowd, as I've said this before, the Hounds not budging on defense. They're not giving Willingboro any breathing room or giving them any opportunities to shoot. And the Hounds, whenever Willingboro does put up a point, they've given the ball, looks like, to Alexa Blue multiple times, and she's been able to either hit a three or hit a jumper or just put in any sort of points here for the Hounds, and she's done really well. As that's another steal there. Rachel Quigley with this steal. That's another thing we've definitely noticed here, guys, is that Willingboro has just turned the ball over in an absurd amount so far in this time into the game, and it's not something that they're accustomed to doing, but this Hounds defense has certainly been locked down as Haley Archer's just off the mark there, and Northern's going to try and reset their offense.
Yeah, Kyle, you keep we keep bringing up the turnovers, and I had to start writing it down to keep track of how many times Willingboro's turned the ball over. Right now, Northern's only turned it over one time as opposed to Willingboro's 9 turnovers to start the game. This is almost the polar opposite of the last time we did a girls' game last year, where Northern was turning the ball over. And we can see just how much that 1 year of working together has really just made them a better, solid team, defensively and offensively.
So Haley Archer with another great rebound there, and she's done a great job on the defensive and offensive end. And it looks like a great cut move there by Rachel Quigley. She's going to lay that one in. Northern's going to expand their lead 22-7. It was a great pass there, and it looks like we're going to get a timeout from Willingboro as they try to recollect themselves here and try to, stop some of the momentum here and motivate their players a little bit here with 2.5 minutes to play in the second quarter.
A nice assist there on that pass by Julia Mayernick to hit Rachel Quigley on the cut. That was a very nice move by both players. Haley Archer grabs another rebound, which is something she's doing all game. And the Hounds with their largest lead of the game again, up 15 points now. And Alexa Blue with another open shot just off the mark there, and Haley Archer is just unable to come down with the defensive rebound there. Willingboro in transition. Looks like they're going to get a bucket there. Cut the lead now to 13. But the Hounds still with a sizable lead and looking to add on to it.
One thing that we've kind of overlooked this game is the amount of second chance opportunities Northern's had, and they've converted a lot of them into points so far. And that's really been a big deal when it comes down to the difference in this game. Is that's going to also miss. It looks like Willingboro is going to get the rebound and try to make a play of their own to bring this lead potentially down to 11, but that did not go in.
So Willingboro looking to here and cut into this lead with 1:33 left in the second quarter. Really been a great job all around for Northern. And you can actually catch us here from Northern TV. You can catch us tomorrow, January 12th, as we look to record the boys basketball game versus Cherry Hill, and that's at 5:15. So no rest for us here on the production team, and certainly no rest for Our Lady Greyhounds as they continue to cruise in this one, 22-9, with just over a minute to play here in the second quarter.
And Mr. Dowd, you had touched on this before. You know, we did 7 games in the fall this year, and it could be because we're winning most of these games, but it's just been a joy to do this with you two guys for this entire year. You know, this is, I think, our 9th game so far this year, and the Hounds make another basket there, a three-pointer, great shot there by the Hounds to go up. But as I was just saying that, you know, doing this with you guys this year has certainly been a joy, and it's been fun to watch all these Hounds teams just keep getting wins as there's going to be a foul there on the floor, and looks like Willingboro's going to shoot some free throws here, or they might. Nope, looks like they're going to inbound the ball here. Not a shooting foul, but it's definitely been a great year here at the farm, and we're definitely just looking to keep calling games where our teams are going to win.
It's going to be our 3rd and final year doing this, Kyle. I'm excited to on a little bit, but I'm also going to miss doing all these games with you guys. And I hope, Mr. Dowd, you have success in the future with whoever you work with next year.
Absolutely, and we still have a lot of game left to play here, and certainly a lot of sports, and it looks like we're going to get a technical here, and Willingboro's going to go to the line to shoot free throws and get possessions. So that's certainly a good way to cut into this lead. That's Ty Shea Griffin here at the line for Willingboro with just under 48 seconds to play here in the second quarter. But, you know, Coach Hugo, Coach Napolitano have to love the effort that the Greyhounds are giving here in the first half. And they're really cruising in this one, but certainly a lot of basketball left to play here, and Willingboro's going to inbound the ball, looking to cut into this lead. Currently down 16 with about 45 seconds left to play.
They definitely have to love the effort today, Mr. Dowd. They're stymieing a team that's a very good offensive team, and so far in basically almost at the end of the first half, they put up 9 points. So this is uncharacteristic and uncharted territory here for Willingboro, and for the Hounds, this is kind of what they're used to doing. They know they're going to play good defense, but they're not going to put up a whole lot of points. Today they've already put up 25 here so far in the first half, and another 3-ball there for the Hounds is going to put them up. So 19-point lead here for the Hounds. The first half is almost going to end.
It's another example of Northern turning defense into offense. But one thing that I've noticed, it's rare to see a team turn the ball over more times than they put points up, but that's exactly what Willingboro's done in the first half. They have 10 turnovers to 9 points so far. Northern's defense has really been able to clamp down, including 3 charges drawn. Looks like we're going to get to the end of this one. That's going to be a Willingboro rebound. And the fast break is going to be stopped really well by Northern's defense. Willingboro's going to chuck up a 3 and make it right at the half.
So that's going to do it for the first half. We're going to pick back up here in the second half. Northern outscored Willingboro in the second quarter 17-8 to have this 28-12 lead. And in the second quarter, they got some really good contributions from players like Rachel Quigley, who had 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 steals. Alexa Blue had 7 points there in the second quarter. And Haley Archer had 5 rebounds and 2 points, and she actually leads the team in rebounds so far. She's got 10 on the day already to go along with her 4 points and 1 block. So just a great contribution all around. We've also gotten some really good play from Brooke Hart, who's out there on the court, and Alana Robinson as well. So plenty of time left to play in this one, but the Hounds are certainly up big here, up 16 as the third quarter.
The Hounds, though, able to get an offensive board there, and Rachel Quigley on the drive is just going to be off the mark there, and Haley Archer fighting for the ball. Looks like it's going to be a jump ball here, but they're going to give Willingboro the ball here. But Decker, you were talking about this before about, Willingboro with the 10 turnovers, that if they just score on half of those possessions, this is a completely different game, but they're not even giving themselves a chance. They're giving Northern another possession here when they turn the ball over like that, and Willingboro just kind of chucked up a 3 there, and that was off the mark. And Willingboro's going to get a defensive rebound there, and in transition, Rachel Quigley plays good defense there, but just unable to stop Willingboro, and they're going to cut this to a 14-point game.
So good defense stopped by better offense on that last possession. Looks like Willingboro tripped Rachel Quigley on that play, as she's gonna go to the line for 2 free throws.
So she's looking to sink these and expand on the Greyhounds' lead. That one's going to just rim off the front rim there. And still cruising in this one, though, up 14 with 6:44 left in the third quarter. Willingboro's really going to have to come out here with a lot of aggression and a lot of gusto to get back into this one. I mean, this is a big lead. Certainly there's plenty of time left to play, but anybody's game here at the farm. And as I say that, they lay that one in to cut into this one 28-16. So good offensive drive there by Willingboro, getting right to the basket. And now Quigley's going to take back over here on the offense for the Greyhounds.
And we had said it before that Willingboro's left a lot of points out there, but Northern's done the same. They're 0 for 6 from the free throw line here in this game, so they've left at least 6 points out there, which is not something you want to see. You want to be able to make those shots when you're able to get them, but Northern's been unable to connect on any of them so far in this game. And Willingboro now cutting this lead to a 12-point game. So they've gotten hot here at the end of the first half and the beginning of the second. The Hounds are going to look to try and stop that charge that Willingboro's putting on them here, and we'll see what they can do on this offensive possession.
Yeah, Northern hasn't really shot that well from the field either. They've just had a lot of good offensive boards, which really gave them second chance opportunities. That's going to be a deep 3 that Northern's going to hit to go up 31-16 and try to end Willingboro's big run that they've been on.
Looks like we got a quick substitution here, and looks like Tiana Hall is going to guard the inbounds pass. And Willingboro's going to go right back to the basket. Wasted no time. That one's just going to bounce off, but grabbing the one rebound. And Northern's going to come up with this one. Now, as we stated before, we had a really successful fall sports season. Decker, why don't you tell us a little bit about how the teams did there in the fall?
Yeah, you mentioned it. We've had a really exciting season so far. Girls tennis finished 19-3, and they won the BCSL for the first time in Northern's history. Boys soccer finished 11-7-2 and advanced to the sectional semifinals. And girls soccer had a 10-win season as well, and they made it to the state playoffs. Field hockey won 11-10-1. They advanced to the sectional semis. Cross country won the division championship. Girls volleyball went 26-10 and had a state playoff appearance. And the boys football team went 5 wins and 5 losses, including the big win on homecoming day and the Commander's Cup.
So Northern looking to inbound the ball here. It looks like we're going to get a foul. 5:30 to play here in the third quarter. Playing really well, currently up 31-16. Still plenty of basketball to play, though. And it looks like Willingboro's going to go right back, attacking the basket. That must have been something their coaching staff talked to them a little bit about at halftime, because they've certainly been a lot more aggressive in the paint here in the third quarter, trying to cut into this Northern lead.
They've gone to the basket a lot more here in the second half than they did in the first. In the first quarter, they drive to about mid-range, and they weren't able to really go any farther. And so far in this half, they've just tried to take it straight to the hoop on Northern, and they've connected on a couple of them, and they've missed on a few. So still some points left out there for Willingboro. But the Hounds with a 15-point lead, trying to expand on that. That's not going to do it there, as that one's going to go out of bounds, and Willingboro's going to get the ball back.
It's interesting that you bring up that Willingboro didn't really do much in the paint in the first half, and that's exactly right. And it's interesting because Willingboro's got the height advantage with a few players in this game. You would think they would have been able to body their way to the paint, but they hadn't really done it. That's going to almost be another turnover for Willingboro, but a good recovery, as they're going to slow the game down instead of going for the fast break. Shot in the paint, that looks like that's going to be blocked. The offensive rebound is also going to miss, and Northern's got the ball back.
It's another great rebound there by Haley Archer to save what could have been a putback there by Willingboro. 4:30 left to play here in the third quarter. And again, for those just tuning in, I am Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting students Mr. Coffersini, Mr. Decamaro. We are here live at the farm. It is Thursday, January 11th, as the Northern Burlington Greyhounds take on the Willingboro Chimeras, and that's going to be a quick turnover there, and Willingboro's going to get right back into this one with a quick layup, cutting into the lead now, 31-18, for just over 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
And another thing taking the ball into the paint does is a lot of times you can draw fouls and get people in foul trouble, and like you said, Decker, that'll really even give them a bigger height advantage if they could start driving and get Haley Archer in foul trouble. But they've been unable to do that all game, and she's just been a force on both boards, getting offensive and defensive boards. She's unable to do it there, but Willingboro's still down 13 points here with 3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. So they still got a lot of work to do to try and get all the way back in this game, but so far it's been a better second half than the entire first half was for them.
And just another turnover there by Willingboro in the paint. Northern lucky to come up with that one. But as you said, they're chipping away, and certainly no lead is safe. There's plenty of time left in the third quarter here, about 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to play, and certainly an entire fourth quarter. And as we saw with the boys game that we did earlier this season, you can cut into a lead really quick if you have a good quarter or you're hot for a few minutes.
Northern's been the opposite of that in the last few minutes. They haven't really made a shot in a while. They're going to go back to the line. But if they could just put in both of them, a 15-point lead is pretty big with only about 11, 12 minutes left in the game. Free throw number one's going to miss. That's going to be the 7th miss of the game for Northern already. On free throws, we're going to get a quick substitution for Willingboro.
So, Archer at the line. Going to miss that one, and Willingboro's going to inbound the ball here, down 13 with just over 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. And as we stated, they really struggled in the first two quarters. They only put up 12 points total, and they've already got 6 points here in the third quarter, and they still have plenty of time here to cut into this lead. So, credit to them and their coaches for getting pumped up here and playing really well. And Haley Archer with another big rebound. She's doing a great job on the glass here today.
Willingboro there kind of changing roles and getting a turnover of their own. Something they haven't really done all game, but they've got another offensive possession here with 2.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Trying to cut this lead down. They've really never been able to get it back down to single digits. They've been trailing by double digits for most of this game, is putting up a wild shot there. But that, like I had said earlier, trying to draw a foul there, and that's exactly what Willingboro was able to do. And if they keep trying to drive into the paint like that, they're going to get opportunities from the free throw line, and we really haven't seen them there all game, so it'll be interesting to see if they can capitalize on these opportunities.
So, Taisha Griffin at the line here for the Chimeras, looking to cut into this one. Northern currently in the lead, 31-18. 2.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. But, we've gotten some really outstanding play from players like Rachel Quigley and Haley Archer, Alexa Blue, Brooke Hart, doing a great job. And it's been just an all-around great play defensively as well. And that's off the mark. And Northern's going to inbound the ball here. Currently up 12.
It's a 12-point lead, but it feels like a really unsteady 12-point lead as Northern really hasn't been able to put a shot in for a while. But this has been their game for the season, is just not score a whole lot, but don't allow anything from the other team, and you can still win games. That's going to be another turnover for Northern as roles reverse this half. And the easy layup's going to go in for Willingboro, make it a 10-point game.
So it looks like the crowd's fired up from the Willingboro side, and they get another turnover and acrobatic shot attempt there, coming down with the rebound. And that looks like it's going to be an outlet pass, and we'll see which way the possession hour goes on this one. And it looks like Northern set that out of bounds. Now we're going to get a quick timeout. And again, timeouts are used usually to break momentum or to pump the players up, motivate them a little bit. Kyle, as a varsity athlete yourself, what are you thinking about, at this point of the game?
Well, if you're the Hounds, you got to kind of get back to your ways of scoring and putting your foot back on the gas pedal, because any team is able to come back when they can start putting up points and getting their own momentum. As that looked like, I'm surprised that wasn't a foul call there on Willingboro, but, Mr. Dowd, as I was saying, when you're trying to gain momentum back here, sometimes it's one of the hardest things to do is just try and get the momentum back, but once you got it, you want to keep riding it, and the Hounds had it for most of this game, and they're starting to lose it a little bit here, but if they can put up a few more buckets, kind of play defense like they were doing for the entire first half, they can definitely get that momentum back and see this lead start to increase like it was doing for most of the first half of this game. And that's case in point right there. It looks like it's going to go out of bounds. Possession will be to Northern. That's the start of getting momentum back, is having Willingboro make a mistake like that, and the Hounds play some good defense. And we'll see what they can do here.
Yeah, you have to love the defensive effort there by the Hounds. Just a minute or so ago, Rodriguez was on the ground there diving for loose ball. They're fighting for every rebound, and like you said, even with a 10-point lead, there's no rest, as there's still plenty of basketball left to play, and it looks like that's going to get broken up. But a turnover there by the Greyhounds, and Willingboro's looking to run the floor. And great play, great lay-in, and they've cut the lead now to 8. And it looks like she's going to get a foul as well and go to the line. A free throw.
We've kind of seen the Hounds play a little bit differently than they were in the first half. They're taking some, they're passing the ball way across the court, which is something we didn't really see them do in the first half of this game. And they're, like we said, they're letting Willingboro inch back closer to this game. And that's a great rebound there by Alexa Blue to help the Hounds out there and not let Willingboro get within 7 here. And looks like it's going to be a foul there on Willingboro, which is what you want to see if you're a Northern fan, giving them an opportunity to reset their possession here, get some time to think about it. They were going on a fast break there, which is something they've done a lot in this second quarter, in this second half. Willingboro's put up some points, and Northern's been almost playing defensive here in the second half. They haven't been on the attack as much as they were in the first half.
And again, for those just tuning in, I am Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting students Mr. Kyle Forsini, Mr. Decamaro. We are here live at the farm. It is Thursday, January 11th, as the Northern Burlington Lady Greyhounds take on the Willingboro Chimeras in a great local matchup here. And as we've stated, it's really been the tale of two halves. Northern really came out hot in the first half. So, Griffin at the line here for Willingboro. Is going to sink that one, cutting into the lead, 31-24. 37 seconds left here in the third quarter, so still an entire quarter left to play. She's done a great job so far at the free throw line, and she's really been attacking the Greyhounds as well. She's going to sink that one. Now it's a 6-point Greyhound lead with 37 seconds left to play here as the clock ticks away, and certainly time is on Northern side, but they'd still like to get a basket, I'm sure, before the end of the third quarter, and that's going to be a turnover. And Willingboro's going to just run the floor and attack the basket as they've been doing all quarter, doing a great job. And they're actually going to come down with their own rebound here with about 15 seconds left to play. Probably going to hold on for a last shot attempt here in the third quarter.
And as hard as it'll be for the Hounds, you don't want to start feeling a lot of pressure here as Willingboro's getting back in this game. You kind of want to keep sticking to the game plan you had before of putting up points of their own and just keep playing the same mentality on defense. But they've been kind of getting away from that here in the second half. But they do still have the lead. They've got a 6-point lead right now. Willingboro is going to go to the line here, and they've been very successful here from the free throw line in this game. But there's still 9.8 seconds left, so best case scenario here for the Hounds is they get Willingboro to miss both free throws, get the rebound, and then try and set up an offensive possession of their own. And she made the first free throw, so they're not going to miss both, but they can hope that she misses the second one here and try and run something on offense right before the quarter ends.
Yeah, it's been a tale of two teams on the free throw end of the game, as Northern hasn't hit one yet. Going to the end of the third quarter, Willingboro is going to get the last shot. Going to look up to pull a 3, and that's going to be good. It's going to be a 2 in the fourth quarter of this one.
So, a wild third quarter in the books. Willingboro had a 17-3 run there in the third quarter to cut this one down to 2. Northern has had the lead the entire game, so hopefully they can continue that, and certainly we're rooting for our Lady Hounds. But it's really been a really great game so far that we've been taking a look at here. And Rachel Quigley is going to look for the open shooter there. That's a nice play underneath there to Haley Archer, who gets her own rebound, puts it back, but it's just off the mark. So the possession's going to go to the Greyhounds. Looks like Willingboro knocked that one out. Gotta love the effort there. And Quigley's looking to set something up here for the Lady Hounds.
Yeah, this Northern offense is looking a lot more like it did earlier in this game. Just going for shots in the paint and trying to get your own rebounds. I'm not really sure. I'm not exactly sure what happened on that play, but it seems like Northern's offense is trying to get back to where it was in the beginning of this one, and that's what got them the lead. And I think that's what the coaches were telling them in that timeout at the end of the quarter.
So again, both teams looking for a win. Willingboro with a win here today would go to 3-3 on the season. Northern would advance their record to 5-3. And it looks like we're going to get a jump ball. We'll see which way the possession arrow is going to go here. Now, certainly you can check out this game on Northern TV, but we have a variety of other programming as well you can check out, including our recent boys basketball game win versus Palmyra that we talked about, guys, our recent winter high school and winter concerts for the middle school. In addition to our flagship program, the Northern News, our Students of the Month, our recent NHS induction. So lots of ways to stay plugged in here for all things Northern as Quickly dives for that one. But Willingboro is going to retain possession here, down 2, with about 7 minutes left to play here in this game.
Yeah, it looked like Northern was going to get a steal there by Quigley, but she was unable to come up with it. It's going to be a foul called here on the Hounds. Not what they want to be doing here this late in the game, but still holding on to this tight 2-point lead. And if you're the Hounds, you're kind of holding your breath here.
Looks like Willingboro's going to look to make another big play out of this one. It's going to go right from the free throw line, and that one's not going to drop. It's going to be another tie-up as Northern's going to retain possession on this one. And it's really worth repeating how big of a factor turnovers have been. When Northern was really winning in the turnover advantage, which was that first half, they were up by 16. And once Willingboro started to take over in that turnover advantage, they went on a 17-3 run in that last quarter. Because neither one of those is going to drop, and it looks like Northern's going to go back to the line for 2.
So Haley Archer looking to increase the lead, hopefully making this a 2-possession game. She's going to the line. She's doing a great job so far today. And that one's going to be off the mark, but she's been doing an outstanding job getting rebounds. As I said, she had 10 rebounds in the first half alone to go along with a block and a couple of baskets there underneath as well. So 6.5 minutes to play. And again, for those just tuning in, I am Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting students Mr. Kyle Forsini, Mr. Decamaro. We are here live at the farm. It is Thursday, January 11th, as the Northern Burlington Lady Greyhounds take on the Willingboro Chimeras in a great local matchup here. And as we've stated, it's really been the tale of two halves. Northern really came out hot in the first half. They outscored Willingboro 28-12, and it was a big run by the Chimeras in the third quarter, and that was a big shot there by the Lady Greyhounds to be up 4 now.
Alexa Blue was their go-to in the first quarter to keep extending their lead, and she did a nice job there, giving the Hounds a 4-point advantage now. With 6:11 to go here in the fourth quarter, they've got a 4-point lead, and there's going to be a foul there on Willingboro. Northern's going to go to the line to shoot 2 more, so they're getting opportunities to shoot free throws. They haven't been able to capitalize on them so far, but we'll see what they can do here, up 4 points.
So Alana Rodriguez is going to go to the line here to shoot 2. That was some fancy footwork there by Rachel Quigley as well to get the steal and make the outlet pass. And she's going to sink that one, and Rodriguez is going to put us up by 5 now with 6 minutes to play. A little breathing room here now for the Lady Hounds. Looks like we're going to get a quick sub here, with still plenty of time to play here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Northern's opened up the scoring in the last couple minutes, opening this lead up back up to 5 points and trying to pull away from Willingboro after letting them get within 2. It's going to be a big rebound as Northern's going to look to go up by another score in this possession.
And it looks like a foul there, and it's going to send Rodriguez back to the line. She was 1 for 2 in her last attempt. And she's looking to make this a 6 or 7 point game here. Want to take this opportunity as well to thank our camera operators, Mr. Jeff Alcade, Mr. Dom Vigorito, Mr. Joey Sabatino, and Mr. Quintavious Johnson, doing a great job. The production team, obviously you guys, Kyle and Decker, doing a great job announcing. That one's going to be off the mark, but she's going to get her own rebound. And it looks like Haley Archer's going to go for the putback and get fouled. So great second effort there by the Greyhounds. And Archer's going to go to the line here to shoot.
Looks like Willingboro's just been fouling on every possession Northern's had in this fourth quarter. And it's just going to keep bringing Northern to the line. That one's going to go in to make it a 6 point lead for Northern.
And Haley Archer's going to connect on her first free throw there of the day, so that's good for her, giving the Hounds a 6 point advantage. And she's just off the mark there on the second one, so the Hounds are still up 6 points. About 5.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Willingboro has really been the aggressors here this entire second half, and they're going to make a bucket there to make it a 4 point game. Willingboro's kind of closing the gap every opportunity they've gotten, and the Hounds have kind of been unable to really pull away like they were in the first half. The 3 ball there for the Hounds is just off the mark, but a good rebound there by Lexi Blue, and she's just off again for the Hounds, and looks like it's going to be jump ball here. And they're going to give Willingboro possession back, so down 4 points. Willingboro's really had a great second half here, and they're going to look to try and add to that and try and cut into this Northern lead.
And it looks like Willingboro's going to go right back on the fast break, and that one's going to be a offensive mess up there by the Chimeras, and it's going to sail out of bounds, and Northern's fortunate to get out of that one. Willingboro looked like they had some numbers going there in transition, and quickly's going to take back over here, and Greyhounds are going to look to get right back on the board.
She's gonna hit a deep 3 there to try to maintain this lead and try to start to pull away from Willingboro late in this game. That's gonna go out of bounds, but Willingboro's gonna get the ball back.
It was great ball movement there by the Lady Hounds and finding the open shooter there in the corner to make that big 3, now up 7 with under 5 minutes to play here in this one. And again, gotta love the defensive effort. That was an acrobatic shot there by Willingboro. That one's going to go in. And Hounds still only up by 5. Plenty of time left to play here in this one.
And that was a great play there by Rachel Quigley on the inbounds pass to keep the ball, and she puts up a 3 and makes it, so that's going to give the Hounds an 8 point advantage. A huge clutch shot there for her. And there's been a lot of scoring here in this fourth quarter, and by the way this game's going, I wouldn't be surprised to see these teams keep putting up points here as the end of the game comes.
Yeah, it looks like Northern's going to get the ball back and look to open their lead back up to maybe double digits once more. Good passing on this possession as Northern's trying to slow the game down with only 4 minutes left. There's no reason to hurry. But if you get a good look, that's fine. That looks like it's going to be another foul by Willingboro.
Yeah, the Hounds have used a 10-4 run to really expand their lead, currently up by 8 with just over 4 minutes to play, and looks like they're going to go to the line here to try to increase on that. I want to take this opportunity as well to thank our facilities department, did a great job, our athletic department, certainly the girls basketball team and the Willingboro basketball team as well, our teachers and staff, and our other video production teacher, Mr. Matt Pona, did a great job helping us set up for this event. But still plenty of time left to play here, 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And again, for those just tuning in, I'm Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting students Mr. Kyle Forsini and Mr. Decamaro. We are here. It is January 11th, 2018, as the Northern Burlington Greyhounds take on the Willingboro Chimeras in a great local matchup. And it's really been a high-scoring fourth quarter so far, and we're still only about halfway done. And that's going to be a quick basket there for Willingboro as they cut into this lead.
Willingboro just simply hasn't made as many mistakes as they did in the first half. We were saying at Decker the amount of turnovers they had as Haley Archer gets a nice bucket there, putting the Hounds back up 9. But they haven't had as many turnovers, and they've really capitalized on fast breaks, and every time they've gotten into the paint and they've drove to the hoop, they've been able to convert. And we were just talking about no turnovers, and it looks like that's exactly what that's going to be there for Willingboro. So Quigley's going to have the inbounds pass here for the Hounds, who are up 9, looking to try and expand this lead with about 3.5 minutes to go in this game. They started out running away from the Chimeras. They had their lead increase all the way to about 18 points at one point, and that's a 3 ball that's just off the mark, and Haley Archer does a good job trying to get in there, but just unable to get the rebound. And then they've had Willingboro close the gap to as close as 2. But the Hounds have regained control over this one, and they've made it a 9-point lead here with just under 3.5 minutes to go here in this game.
Yeah, Willingboro was able to close all the way to 2, but never take the lead as Northern's led this one wire to wire so far, and they're looking to keep it that way. You never want to give up the lead at any point, especially this late in the game. That's going to be another good free throw for Willingboro, as they are now within 8 once more.
It's definitely always nice, Decker, to play with the lead. You never have to worry about trying to change up your philosophy or do anything different. You know, what you're doing is working, so you might as well stick with it, and it's kind of been what the Hounds have done this game.
Yeah, Willingboro's really got some outstanding play today from Jasmine Fitzpatrick. As we stated earlier, she averages about 25 points per game, and she's hit some big three-pointers, and she's really helped keep this team in this one. And they've gotten some good play from Taisha Griffin as well, and that's a big three-pointer by the Greyhounds to go up 10. And the crowd is fired up about that one. They love that. Greyhounds lead now up to 10 with under 3 minutes to play here.
Yeah, that was a huge shot there by Northern to go up by 10. With only 3 minutes left, it's starting to become a lead that I don't know if Willingboro can really catch up to, as Northern's really started to score like crazy, but it's been Willingboro getting to the line almost on every offensive attempt as this one comes to a close.
Yeah, and I had said that earlier, Decker, that driving to the hoop allows you to get fouls and shoot free throws, and up until that point, Willingboro had been very successful shooting from the free throw line, but unable to connect there. Smart play there by Northern to let that ball go out of bounds as it was going off of Willingboro. So time is winding down in this game. If you're the Hounds, you're going to try and hold on to the ball for as long as you can when you've got it on offense and just let that clock keep ticking.
And they've gotten some outstanding shooting from Brianna Sorrento at the three-point line, and Northern still cruising in this one now. Up 10. Rachel Quigley with another three-pointer, and she's going to sink that one as Northern goes up by 13. Big shot there by the point guard. Another big three-pointer for her here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's her second of the day, so some good shooting here in the second half by her, and she's going to get the rebound there. And she's going to take it up court here. And there's going to be a timeout called.
13-point lead for Northern with only about 2 minutes left. It's certainly not over, but you're starting to feel pretty good if you're Northern, and you're starting to worry a little less about this game. Just take your time on your possessions and slow the game down, and they might not be able to recover at this point. That's going to be a 2 that is no good, and Willingboro is going to get the recovery and get fouled on the same play.
Looks like that foul there was on Tiana Hall there for the Greyhounds. And I think the Hounds are over the limit, so Willingboro's going to go shoot a 1-on-1 here at the free throw line with just under 2 minutes to play here, with the score currently 50-37. And they're going to go to the line here and try to cut into this one. But just a really all-around great game for all the Lady Hounds. Offensively, defensively, we've seen some really big shots. We've seen some great rebounds. We've seen a great defensive effort. And, you know, offensively, they've really spread the ball around, looking for the open shooter and looking for the open player, and it looks like we're going to get a foul there. And Willingboro's going to go back to the free throw line. No, I'm sorry, they're going to get possession here and inbound this one, looking to cut into this lead.
Looks like they're going to go out and take a shot at about the free throw line and make it. Lead's now down to 11, but I think Northern's looking pretty good in this one. Still up by 11. You would think that Willingboro might even start to try to foul early, knowing that Northern hasn't been able to make that many shots from the free throw line this game. I think she's stepped out of bounds on that one, and Willingboro's going to get the ball right back. It's going to be another turn.
That was a great baseline move there by, it looked like Brooke Hart, but just stepped out of bounds. But love the offensive play. It looks like she would have made that layup too, but Willingboro's going to take back over here now, down 11, minute and a half to play, and they're certainly looking to get the ball to their playmaker, Jasmine Fitzpatrick. That one's going to be just off the mark, and it looks like it's going to go right back to the Chimeras. Northern looked to try to save that one, and Chimeras have retained possession.
And a huge three ball there for Willingboro, cutting this lead to 8, and they've been clawing into Northern's lead for all this game. They've never had the lead, as we've said before, but they've been chipping away and doing their best to try and keep this a game. As there's going to be a foul on the floor here. Northern's going to go to the line here, and they haven't been too successful from the free throw line here in this game, but if there's ever a time for them to be good at the line, it's right now, as they're going to try and ice this game.
Yeah, that last defensive possession by Northern, Northern committed basically the biggest sin there is in inbounds passing, is don't throw it right under your hoop, because bad things tend to happen, and that's exactly what happened. Is Willingboro was able to put up a big 3 and get within 8.
So clutch free throw there. Hounds currently up 9 points. So 3-possession game. 1:05 left to play here in the fourth quarter, and certainly time is on their side. Willingboro is going right to the basket, and they're going to make that one, cutting into this one. But, with under a minute to play, the clock is running. So they may be looking to foul here sooner than later.
Yeah, if I'm Willingboro's coach, I have all my players start to foul, because Northern really has been not great from the free throw line, to say it best. And that's going to be another 2 from Willingboro, make this a 5-point lead with only 33 seconds left in the game. I guess Willingboro decides not to foul again for some reason.
Yeah, it's a surprising strategy there by Willingboro, not fouling until almost 10 seconds were off the clock there once Northern got the ball back. But ultimately, Quigley was fouled, and she's going to head to the free throw line. We had talked about before that she's been working on these free throws. And in crunch time now, if there's ever a time for her to make them, it's now.
Yeah, that lead we just thought was safe at 13 has really gone away. And that's going to be a pretty clutch free throw to make it now 2 threes is what Willingboro would need to get back to tie this game. One more makes it a 3-possession game, and that would be huge for Northern. Oh, that's going to be just off the mark, but Northern's going to make a layup, and no, it's not going to count.
Looked like that was a lane violation on the Chimeras there, and Quigley's going to get another chance here to sink a free throw and hopefully put Northern up 7, but you got to love the passion there. That one's just going to rim out, but the Chimeras certainly have their work cut out for them here, down 6 with 20 seconds to play.
A good steal there by the Hounds. Are going to get the ball back, and this is exactly what they needed. And looks like there's going to be an injury here on the floor. We hope she's okay. As on that fast breaking in transition, the Willingboro player went down.
So 11.5 seconds to play here. Northern looking to inbound the ball, and pending any unusual circumstance, looking to hold on to this one. And guys, I want to thank you for your contribution today, and obviously it's always a pleasure to do this with you guys. And Northern's looking to hold on here for a big win at home here at the farm, and it looks like Quigley's going to get fouled and go to the line, try to ice this one.
So even though there's only about 11 seconds left in this game, it's crucial that you hit one of these 2, at least so you can go up by 3 scores, because 2 threes isn't impossible for them to accomplish, but 3 scores is very unlikely.
So Quigley at the line. She's going to sink that one. Big free throw there for the point guard. And she's really done an outstanding job here leading the Lady Hounds today. And we've gotten outstanding play from all of our players. Really, it's been a total team effort. And Willingboro's going to get maybe a shot attempt here to just put some points on the board. So that's going to do it. Big win for the Hounds. On behalf of everyone here at Northern TV, I'm Mr. James Dowd, signing off.